Why is the Nigerian economy unable to create the high-paying jobs? What options or strategies are available to create these jobs? What are the issues with employability, enterprise promotion, young people getting involved in politics and a seat around the table of power? What are the core elements of the roadmap we should be pushing, a pragmatic roadmap? And what is it that both government and the private sector should be thinking about?
The challenge is we're trying to solve the problems with the same old solutions of the past or no solutions at all. And we're also not we're not involving that generation enough in trying to create the solutions that will serve them. Yet, they're smart, they're educated, they're open-minded, they have a global view. It doesn't matter if they went to the list of the Nigerian university, they are global animals. They have a sense of what is going on all around the world. And the average Nigerian is entrepreneurial, driven, and creative. They need an enabling environment that will facilitate their ability to add value to nation building. We must solve the problem that affects such a large part of our population in the interest of all of us. Otherwise, we have a lot more troubles coming ahead.
I think about people like Jason, who, right here where we opened our first Newly Juice in Abuja, our first store, Jason was a graduate, but he was working as a bartender. Hired him nearly 5 years ago, 2015, 5 years ago. And then over time, he moved to Lagos, helped us open stores. Until now, every time I'm opening a new store, we're opening one next week again, Jason is the one who's doing that. He's earning a 6-figure salary today. I was very vocal, those who follow me on social media, calling for the government to support small and medium enterprises. And when we would have conversations with the central bank, the deputy governor and all of that, and they would say over 80,000 people had received the money. I'm like, where? I don't want a statistic again. Who are these people? Name them. Let them testify to the fact that what you gave them made an impact.
Excellent.
Let's even have a uniting force. What is that vision that connects all of us? What are those lessons we can learn from the older people? What are those ideas that we, the younger ones, have? And let's come to this new table that we would build, that talks about inclusion, that talks about justice, that also talks about equity. And as we do this, there are barriers that we must take into cognizance.
We want to be understood. We want people to understand the needs, and that's where we start to see gaps in data. And I'm sure the conversation will evolve, and we'll start to see that there are employment gaps, there are skill gaps. All these gaps need to be identified. The aspirations of the youth need to be identified. We need to collect this data so that we can actually plan. And that is what is lacking here. We know that there are policies. We know that there are programs. We're aware of all these things that are happening, but we're also aware of the structural challenges behind them. And what we really want from the government is to enable, starting solutions to fix those structural problems.
We have an educational system that we have allowed to emphasize having a university degree above everything else. So there's that promise of success and having a good life if you can just have a university degree. Within that structure, we allow the quality of that education in itself to drop so significantly without also restructuring it in line with the times and the season in order to deliver to our children relevant education that will allow them to be competitive in their generation. So we have a challenge in terms of the results that we're producing.
Very, very important to say, because I still believe the structures we're focusing on now are still wrong. And that's why, to your point, we see so many things, SME fund, whatever. Now there's a 75 billion youth fund. We're having an empowering youth conversation. There's a 75 billion naira youth fund out there that has been signed off on. Yet I know it's going to be quite difficult because it's another NESA is going to be giving 250,000 naira. It's who you know. And let me just be clear. In my opening statement, I said that thing about CBN and 80,000 people. I got the money. I got the money, but I got it because I knew people.
Technology would help us break a couple of barriers. But let's not think that elections are won on Twitter. No. Let's not get too excited because of social media. Yes, social media plays a big role, but you have to go back to the grassroots. The younger me always say power is not given, power is taken in two ways, forcefully or we take it peacefully. But in learning politics, power is created. Power is created and then shared.
Young people naturally have a very strong desire to be engaged and to learn. When you put that point about these people having started at 32, they were given the chance to learn. They were given the chance to engage. There were probably opportunities.
Who gave them the chance?
Well, that means the enabling environment was there. The opportunities were there. Or possibly, I mean, I may be wrong. I wasn't born then. But, sorry, I digress. Anyway, what I'm trying to say really is that we just want to have the opportunities to engage.
The people we call hoodlums, are they unemployed or underemployed? The people without skills, without jobs, those are the people we call hoodlums. And those are the people that we use for politics. Those are the people that we call the political talks. This is the reality. Those are unemployed young people. If they had jobs, they would not go and burn down our infrastructure. So for me, let's start seeing politics as a sector that all of us will play in. Yes, we can be experts in every other field, but we must most importantly be experts in politics.